My sister accused me of stealing her necklace just to call me a liar. My parents kicked me out, but she didn't know I was paying her tuition and the bills, so I stopped. I was the invisible daughter. My younger sister Danielle was the star. She had the grades, the friends, the future everyone talked about at dinner. I had a full-time job at 19, and bills nobody thanked me for paying. When Dad lost his job 2 years ago, I stepped up. I covered the mortgage, the electric, the water. I paid for Danielle's college tuition because my parents couldn't, and she had dreams. Nobody asked me to. I just did it because that's what older sisters do. I set up auto pay on everything. My name wasn't on any of the accounts. The money just appeared, and everyone pretended it came from somewhere magical. Dad got a part-time job eventually, but it barely covered groceries. Mom worked retail. Danielle didn't work at all because school was her priority. I worked 50 hours a week at a shipping company. I came home tired every night to a family that never once said thank you. Danielle got a necklace for her 21st birthday. Gold chain with a small diamond pendant. Mom saved for months apparently. It was the nicest thing anyone in our house owned. Danielle wore it everywhere, posted pictures of it constantly, treated it like a crown. 3 weeks after her birthday, the necklace went missing. I was in the kitchen making coffee when Danielle stormed in. Where is it? Where is what? Don't play dumb. My necklace. You took it. I set my mug down slowly. Why would I take your necklace? Because you're jealous. You've always been jealous. Mom works and saves for me and you can't stand it. I stared at her. I literally pay for this house. She laughed. Sure you do. Mom came running in. What's happening? She stole my necklace. I didn't touch her necklace. Danielle pointed at me. Check her room. I'm not a thief. Mom looked at me with these cold eyes. Then you won't mind if we look. They tore my room apart. Every drawer, every box, every corner. They found the necklace tucked inside my winter coat pocket. The coat I hadn't worn in 4 months. I stood there frozen. I didn't put that there. Danielle smiled. Liar. Mom's face twisted with disgust. How could you? I didn't take it. Someone put it there. Who would do that? Dad appeared in the doorway looking disappointed. We raised you better than this. I felt something snap inside me. Not anger. Something colder. I looked at Danielle. She had this little smirk. Just a tiny curve at the corner of her mouth. That's when I knew. She planted it. She wanted this moment. I could have fought. I could have screamed the truth. But I realized something. These people would never believe me. They didn't want to believe me. They needed a villain and I was convenient. Fine. I said quietly. I'll leave. Mom blinked. What? You want me gone? I'll go. I grabbed my keys and my wallet and walked out the front door. Didn't pack a bag. Didn't say goodbye. Just left. I drove to my friend Wendy's place and asked if I could crash for a few days. She said yes. That night, I opened my banking app and canceled every single auto pay. The mortgage, the electric, the water, Danielle's tuition, all of it. Gone with 4 button clicks. I'd been paying $3,400 a month to keep that family afloat. $2,100 for the mortgage. $800 for tuition. The rest for utilities. They had no idea. The first call came 8 days later. Mom's voice was panicked. The bank says we're behind on the mortgage. I didn't respond. Hello? Are you there? I hung up. Danielle called next. My school says there's no payment for this semester. I'm being dropped from classes. What happened? I hung up on her too. Dad tried. His voice was softer. Something's wrong with all our accounts. Everything's past due. We don't understand what's going on. You accused me of stealing. I said finally. You tore apart my room. You kicked me out over a necklace I didn't take. And you never once noticed who was keeping your lights on. Silence. What are you talking about? The mortgage, the bills, Danielle's tuition. That was me for 2 years. All of it came from my account. More silence. That can't be right. Check your bank statements, Dad. Look at the deposit amounts. Look at the source. I'll wait. I heard shuffling. Mom's voice in the background asking what was happening. Then Dad came back. His voice was shaking. This says the payments came from. They came from me, the daughter you just threw away. I could hear Mom crying now. Danielle was yelling something about how this wasn't fair. I didn't feel satisfied. I just felt tired. Danielle planted that necklace, I said. I know she did. And you chose to believe her without even questioning it. So now you can figure out how to survive without me. I hung up and blocked all 3 numbers. 2 months later, I heard they lost the house. Couldn't make the payments. Danielle had to drop out. Dad's credit was destroyed. They tried reaching me through relatives, sent letters begging me to come back. I threw everyone away unopened. Last week, Danielle showed up at my apartment. She knocked for 10 minutes. I know you're in there. Please, I just want to talk. I didn't open the door. She slid a note under it. I'm sorry. I put the necklace there. I was angry you never struggled like I did. Please forgive me. I read it twice. Then I crumpled it up and dropped it in the trash. Some apologies come too late.